Hi, my name is Justin Miller, and in today's video I'm going to show you around my small home office where I do the majority of my freelance design work. Whether you're setting up your own home office or you already have a home office set up, maybe you can get a few different interesting points that you might be able to kind of work into your own office workflow. Who am I and why should you care? I've been a full-time graphic designer working for about 10 or so years. I spend about another 20 or so hours working on a variety of freelance projects. So my home office is pretty small, there's not a lot to it. It's only about 15 by 15 feet, but it has everything I need and it's all within an arm's length. So I'm a sucker for office tours. I love watching people's spaces, learning from them, and getting knowledge on what works for them and what doesn't work for them. So I live in the Midwest and rent is very cheap. My same house, located on the East or West Coast, would be well over $500,000. I think in this digital age where we can kind of work wherever, it makes sense to move somewhere that has a lower cost of living. So what does that low cost of living get you? As I previously said, my office is about 15 by 15 feet. That's not very big, but everything is exactly where I need it. I'm able to work quickly and efficiently, and I know where everything is. So starting off with my desk, it is just a simple L desk that I got off of Amazon. What I really wanted was something I could have a computer on one side and an area to kind of stretch out and put drawings and maybe do more sketch type work, and kind of have two different areas that I could kind of work on the desk. It's not super fancy, it's fairly inexpensive, and it kind of fits this small office space well. So in the past I've had smaller desks, and it's been really nice to be able to kind of stretch out and have an area for drawing and an area where I can do more of the computer type work. So I've recently upgraded to the MacBook Pro. So far it's been pretty great. I've only had it for about a month or so now, but it's definitely increased my workflow quite a bit. So the MacBook Pro's been really awesome. The only downside has been the dongle situation. Currently I'm using a hybrid drive, so it just plugs directly into the USB-C port. I'm able to hook up 3 USBs, an HDMI, SD card, and a micro SD. And you know, it works pretty well. So sitting next to my MacBook Pro is my all-time favorite mouse. It's the Logitech MX something. I don't know. I'll leave a link below in the description. But this thing is awesome. So you can program it specifically for each application you use. So in Illustrator, I've got a few different quick buttons that I have set up, and it's really helps speed up the workflow quite a bit. If you're interested in this mouse, there's a link in the description below. So the newest addition to my office is a new computer chair. I have always not really had great computer chairs. It's either been a stool or a folding chair, so long periods of time sitting at the computer desk can be a little bit hard on your back and your neck. Having a good chair that you can specifically adjust for your size and your desk is pretty important. So this chair is nothing special. I got it off Amazon, much like all the other items in my office. So next up is my bookshelf. And you guessed it, I got it from Amazon. Having all of my books and resources consolidated into one area is pretty helpful. So I've also got it kind of loosely organized into different categories as well. Up top is where I store many of my cameras. Some work, some don't. It's just kind of where I keep some of my little knickknacks and different things like that. So I keep special items on this shelf as well. One being this carved duck that my grandpa had. Every time I see it, it makes me think of him, and it brings me a little bit of happiness. On the crawl across the bottom, I went and picked up these cheap $1 1 foot by 1 foot bins, and it's where I store most of my random items, either for photo or design. It kind of helps to get rid of the clutter, and I'm able to kind of divide everything up into different categories so I can grab it pretty quick and easy. To the right of my desk is an old library card holder. So I mainly got this because I thought it looked cool. It's where I keep a lot of my small paper goods, envelopes, cards, and pencils and different things like that. Some of them are more organized than others, but it's pretty helpful in helping to categorize different design items that I use on a daily basis. Right next to my bookshelf is an old leather chair that my father-in-law gave me. In the mornings I like to read for a little bit, and having a nice comfy chair next to my bookshelf just makes that process a lot easier. I get up in the morning, I get my coffee, and I crack open a book that I'm reading, and just am able to kind of relax and start the day that way. My channel is super new. I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and share this video, and keep an eye out for future videos. I plan on publishing Friday mornings, and my goal is to publish 1 video a week, at least for the first year, and kind of see how it goes and test the water. My main goal for doing this channel is just get better at speaking. I am awful at speaking, as you can't tell. So I'd like to use this as a way to not only speak better, but kind of get out of my comfort zone and teach a few things that I have found helpful throughout the years. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my small home office. If you have any questions or want to see any of the gear that I used for this video, it's all down in the description below. All the tools that I use for design and everything is also there. I teach on Skillshare, so if you would like 2 free months of Skillshare, there's a link below as well. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.